Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now this is another singles ranking video and today is the turn of Elvis Costello. Now I'm not doing all the singles, I'm doing the ones he released from 1977 right up to 1994. After 94 I just lost interest in them altogether. I did buy a few of the CDs and some of them I didn't even manage to get through. For example, the one painted from memory with Burt Bacharach, I still haven't managed to get through the whole of that. I haven't managed to get through the whole of the Delivery Man from about 2006 or something like that there. But the singles from 77 to 94 are actually really good, and the majority of the albums are really good as well, especially 77 to 82, which I think was his peak period. So there's 40 singles in all, so I need to fly through these. But first of all, there's a few singles I am not going to count. And one is called Jackson, Monk and Rowe from the Juliet Letters. Really, because I don't have it. And a couple other ones I'm not going to include are the duet with George Jones, A Stranger in the House, which is a really good country number. I do prefer Elvis's own version. I'm not going to include the Green Shirt single from 85, which was released to promote The Man, the Best Of album. Green Shirt originally came from Armed Forces, and I'm not obviously going to include the free single that you got with the Armed Forces album. So 40 singles in all, we'll fly through them and I'll try to give you the chart position and the year they were released. So number 40, and it goes to Baby Plays Around from 1989, and this got to 65. This is a very slow burning song. It's quite jazzy, very slow. If you're in the mood for it, it's quite good, but I'm not in the mood for it, so it just actually comes last. And again, the Spike album is not that bad, but you know, there was better choices as singles. At number 39, and it's the Imposter with Pills and Soap. I am including the Imposter singles plus one other collaboration. This I just think is a little bit tedious. I thought it was tedious then. Again, if you're in the mood for it, it's very good, but I'm not in the mood for it and I find it a little bit on the bland and boring side. It got to number 16 in 1983, which is quite a surprise. At number 38, and the number 94 hit single from 1987 is Blue Chair from the Blood and Chocolate album. Now this is a remix version of the LP track. The LP track is much better. This is too bright, it's almost too Motowny, and there isn't much of a tune to it, and it just doesn't quite work. The LP track does, so that gets my number 38. At number 37, and it's number 59 hit from 1994, and it's 13 Steps Lead Down, the second single from Brutal Youth. It starts off okay, but the chorus I think is a bit strained. He's trying too hard with the chorus and it's not very good at all. It's just an okay song, but single wise not brilliant. And at number 36 it's I'm Your Toy from 1982, and this got to number 51. This is actually a live version. The studio version appears on Almost Blue. I do prefer the live version. It's a country number, it's quite slow, it's quite good, but it only reaches 36 in my chart. At 35, and the second single from Mighty Like a Rose, and it's So Like Candy, and this failed the chart from 1991, and this was co-written with Paul McCartney. It's not bad, it's not a bad song. We're starting to get a little bit better now here, but it still only gets my number 35. And number 34, and it's From a Whisper to a Scream, which is almost like a duet with Glenn Tilbrook, A Squeeze. This was released in 1981 and it failed the chart as well. It's a better LP track than it is a single. It's a bit of a rocker, it's okay, but it's nothing magnificent. At number 33, and it's Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, and this is from King of America, credited to the Costello Show, and this got to 33 in 1986. It's a really good version, so it is. It's not better than the Animals or anything like that. it's decent, but it's an over familiar song, put it that way. But yeah, it's good version, number 33. And number 32, and it's I Wanna Be Loved from 1984, and this got to number 25. This is quite dated. It is a cover version. I'm not too sure who wrote it. I do enjoy it. I like the chorus. Yeah, it's fine. In fact, I do like that Goodbye Cruel World album, which is very dated. I think it's very good, and this is a decent single. And number 31 and number 79 in the charts from 1986, and it's I Want You from the Blood and Chocolate album. Now, I don't think this should have been a single. It's far too long for a start. It's nearly 7 minutes long. It starts off as if he's singing an old traditional folk song until he goes into a very slow ballad, and it's good, but it's not single material for me, and that gets number 31. At number 30, and it's Party Party from the Party Party soundtrack in 1982, and this got to 48. And to me, this sounds like something the Specials would have done on their first album. It's got those horns that are reminiscent to A Message to You, Rudy, or is it called Rudy, A Message to You? But yeah, it's a good song from a very good soundtrack album. At number 29, and a number 36 hit in 1980, and it's New Amsterdam. And this is an acoustic number, and it's fine. It is good, but there was better songs off that album that could have been released as singles. So that gets my number 29. And number 28, and probably his most dated single, 80s single, is The Only Flame in Town from Goodbye Cruel World, and I think this is very good. And this only got to number 71 in 1984. I really do enjoy this though. It is dated, but I like it. At number 27, and I have to show a CD, and it's from 1994, and it's London's Brilliant Parade, and this got to number 48, and this is very good. This has actually got, it's quite slow, and it's got a good hook to it. There's little sections in it, you know, that really do just prick up your ears. It really does. I really do enjoy this, and this was it's either the third or the fourth single from Brutal Youth. Very good song, and that gets my number 27. At 26, and we have Tokyo Storm Warning from 1986, and this only got to number 73, and this is very Bob Dylan-y, and it's very aggressive. It's a long song. It's split into two sides. It is good, and it gets my 26. A number 25 and a number 83 hit from 1984, and it's You Tripped It Every Step. And yeah, I do think this is quite good. There's a nice tinkling piano in it, and I just think it's a well constructed song. So it gets my number 25. A number 24 and a number 60 hit from 1980. I thought it would have done better, and it's Clubland from Trust. Yeah, a lot of people don't like this. I think it's pretty good. It's not one of his best, but yeah, it's almost standard Costello without there being a real spark to it, but it's still a really good song, and that got to number 60. My number 24 from 1983, and this got to number 59, and it's Let Them All Talk, and this is Elvis Costello doing Dixie's Midnight Runners. This is very similar to Show Me from 81, their single. I think this is really good, full of Dixie's horns, just a really good single, and that got to number 59. Number 22 from 1989, and it is Veronica, another song co-written with Paul McCartney, and this was the first single from Spike. This is really catchy, but it's not as good as what you initially think. It's a decent song. I haven't actually heard McCartney sing this. I would like to hear him sing it, but this got to 31 in 1989. It's my number 22. And my number 21, and it's from 1982, and it's From Head to Toe, and this got to 43, and this has got like a Cure Love Cats feel about it. I think it's really, really good. I really enjoy it, and it was a standalone single. Okay, getting into the top 20 then, and at number 20, you may think this is too low. Number 4 hit from 1980, and it's I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down. I do really like this, but I think there are better songs off that album. A big hit, top 5, but It only reaches number 20 with me. And number 19, and this one is actually credited to the Card Brothers, which is Elvis Costello and T-Bone Burnett, and this is the People's Limousine. It's a country number, but it's catchy as hell, and it's really, really good. And you got this on the CD of King of America on a bonus disc. Excellent song. It didn't chart. Also, at number 18, this one didn't chart, and from 1977. It's Red Shoes, or The Angels Wanna Wear My Red Shoes, from his debut album. Really good song, produced by Nick Lowe, but still only number 18. And at number 17, and this also didn't chart, and it's his debut single from the first album, My Aim Is True, and it is Less Than Zero. And yeah, I do like this. It's sort of very mid-tempo, and it's a wee bit of almost a reggae feel to it, but I think it's really, really good. So this gets my number 17. At number 16, and a number 30 hit in 1980, and it's High Fidelity from the Get Happy album, and this is very Motowny, and I think this is really, really excellent song, but only manages 16. At number 15, and from 1994, and a number 22 hit, and it's Sulky Girl from Brutal Youth. And this, I remember when this came out, they were saying he's gone back to the sound of 79, and yes, it does have a bit of an Armed Forces sound to it with the keyboards, but it's really, really good. It's got that keyboard lick in it that, you know, that makes it sound like a proper Elvis Costello single. So it gets number 15. Now at number 14, and you may think this is far too high, but this is my favourite version of this song, and it's Sweet Dreams from his Almost Blue. I love him singing this. I do like Patsy Cline, and I've heard so many versions, but to me Elvis Costello nails this song, and it only managed to get to number 42 in 1981. At number 13, and it's a number 16 hit from 1978, and it's I Don't Want to Go to Chelsea, which has got a bit of a reggae vibe to it from the brilliant second album, This Year's Model. So yeah, really good song. As I say, number 16, and that gets my number 13. At number 12, a number 58 hit from 1982, and it's Man Out of Time. And this song is bookended by guitar screaming shrieks, and then the whole of the main song is really sort of settles down with a good keyboard. Excellent song, and it gets my number 12. At number 11, and this is another Imposter single which I love, and it's called Peace in Our Time. It's from the Goodbye Cruel World album. It's an acoustic song. It is a protest song, but it's got a Christmassy feel to it as well, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's completely different to the rest of that album, but it's absolutely fantastic, and I could nearly have put this higher, but I think number 11 is a good enough place for it. So Peace in Our Time is number 11. At number 10, and we have this first hit, and it's Watching the Detectives, which is a reggae type song as well. Number 15 in 1977. Peace in Our Time got to 48, and Man Out of Time got to 58. I keep forgetting to give these chart positions, but yeah, this is what really launched them, and this actually was included on the US version of My Aim Is True, not the UK version, but it's on every single greatest hits. So Watching the Detectives is my number 10. At number 9, and we have from Armed Forces, is Accidents Will Happen. And this is weird because this picture sleeve, it's the same with them all, the picture sleeve is inside out, so the actual picture is on the inside and the white is on the outside. I'm not going to unglue it and try and do it the right way. I think some people have, but this opens Armed Forces. Really, really good song, but it only managed number 28 in 1979. Number 8, and from 1978, and it's Pump It Up, which I call his Subterranean Homesick Blues. Really, really good. It's a really good pumping song. It really does gallop along, and he's really spouting out the words just like Dylan did in Homesick Blues. So yeah, an excellent song. Number 24 and 78, and it gets my number 8. a number 7 and a number 43 hit in 1991, and it's The Other Side of Summer, which I think is fantastic. It is a little bit of a nod to the Beach Boys, but it's a really, really good summery pop song. So I guess number 7. And number 6, and this did not chart in 1977. It's his second single, and it's Allison, and it's probably one of his most famous singles, but never charted. Absolutely beautiful ballad, and I know Nick Lowe performed. I've actually seen Nick Lowe perform this live in concert. It's just a really good, strong song. And number 5, and it's the country hit from 1981, and it got to number 6 in the charts. And it's A Good Year for the Roses, which I love, and I remember this being out around the same time as Squeeze's Labelled with Love, and I loved it as well. I couldn't make up my mind which one I preferred, but A Good Year for the Roses, number 6 hit, I think it's my number 5. And number 4, a number 52 hit from 1982, and it's You Little Fool from Imperial Bedroom, and this is magnificent. I think Imperial Bedroom is his Sgt. Pepper. You know, the sound of it anyway, and this is just absolutely great, and his voice is great in this, the instrumentation is great in this, and it's just a really good song. So top 3, and number 3, a number 29 hit from 1978, and it's Radio, which I think is magnificent. And I remember, well, I don't remember it, but I've seen it on YouTube. When he was on Saturday Night Live, he was supposed to be singing Lesson Zero. He started off with Lesson Zero, but he just says, right, stop, and bang into this at 100 miles an hour, and I think he got banned from the show for doing it. But this is really, really good, and it's on the American version of this year's model, not on the UK version. So at number 2, and a number 28 hit from 1983, and it's Every Day I Write the Book, and this is fantastic, and it's so soulful, and the backing vocals are great, his vocals are great, the music is great, I just love it. So it gets number 2. And my favourite Elvis Costello single, and really there's no surprise, and it's Oliver's Army from 1979, his biggest hit, a number 2 hit single, and this just reminds me so much of my youth, especially Youth Club. Funny enough, another song that reminds me of Youth Club is Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. So those two, fantastic, and those 2 songs would probably be in my top 20 singles of the 70s. Absolutely love this, and I don't mind him nicking a little bit of the ABBA piano either from Dancing Queen. Brilliant. Okay, that's my singles ranking of Elvis Costello. He is a really good artist, fantastic singles, good albums, some brilliant, some patchy, but still A1 artist for me. Especially between 77 and 94. After that, I just no. I hear his new albums are quite good, his last couple, but I haven't got the nerve to buy them. Okay, that's me for now, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.